Since I'm late to the party, a lot of people have been telling me, well, not even telling me, I've just been seeing it all over social medias, how crazy this episode is. Everyone was saying how Bleach or Chainsaw Man are the best anime of the season, but for me, it's always been Mob Psycho. Every time Mob Psycho shows up, it's always one of my personal favorites of the season. Character development, the respect of the fight scenes. The fight scenes are just a bonus compared to the characters, the story, the progression, and development, and the different worldviews you get through this series. Those are the true cream of the crop. The animation, by Studio Bones, which is an amazing job. That's just a little thing we get a little extra. That's all it is. Nothing that important. Even without the amazing fight scenes, I would still extremely love this series with my mob and the characters around him. The perspective, even Dimple himself, it's just amazing. In the way it went, I didn't really see coming, even though I should have, which I do like. It's usually I always, for some reason, predict things the way I always go in shows and stories. I hate that sometimes. It feels cool knowing what's ahead sometimes through other people, but sometimes it's like, I would be surprised. I really do. So the way the fight went with Dimple and Mob, it didn't end with this big bang or this amazing fight. It was a talk, which I do enjoy about this. And it does better than what Naruto tries to do when it comes to talk no jutsu. Mob does it better. You know, it was having him think from last episode where it was a joke, but that joke was something that's very serious to Mob. Dimple was being honest to Mob. That the shirt was terrible. Everyone was saying, yeah, the shirt's amazing. It'll go good and stuff. And everyone couldn't tell him to his face how terrible the shirt was. Everyone but Dimple. Dimple, the person he's supposed to be fighting, the person he's trying to stop. He says, this entire time, man, you've been honest with me. And he felt like he did something wrong. Mob did. And I guess you could say he did. He was a head full of air, full of himself. When he thought he was becoming popular with the ladies and stuff, it did became, big headed. But it happens to all of us, We'll have those times where we're completely full of ourselves. It's the average thing for a human being. But it's the first time for Mob. But he felt sorry for what he did because, he didn't really pay attention to Dimple. The cult thing, it going to his head and stuff, He felt like he didn't pay attention his entire time. Dimple, in a way, was being selfless, despite him wanting to become a god. He was so close to his dream, realizing his dream, but he still wanted Mob to be there for the dream. The entire time, he could just possess Mob body or do whatever, but instead, even with it becoming on his own, he wanted Mob to be there. And he wondered why. Why did he want Mob to be there so badly if he could have done it himself? What was the point? And he was thinking, and in a way, Dimple has that character progression, like one of my favorite characters from anime, Greed, from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Greed is the best character in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, in my opinion. And Greed goes through the same thing where he wanted the world, he wanted everything and stuff, and he was siding with the heroes throughout the entire story, which was amazing. Greed was that cool anti-hero where he was still badass, but he had a heart of gold, and he opened up some perspectives in a way. We're showing sometimes the seven deadly sins aren't so bad as people claim them to be. Lust, greed, sloth, and stuff. It's all about how you see things. The greed of wanting to protect those you love, it ain't so bad. We humans always see everything as just black and white, but sometimes there is that gray area where even good things and bad things can be beneficial for humanity. Same with good things, same with bad things. Like that saying, hell is paved with good intentions. Well, sometimes can heaven be paved with bad intentions? Can that be possible? Who knows? It's very interesting. But anyways, Greed wants so much, but at the end, he realized during the final battle, he sacrificed himself as he felt full, which he kind of went out like greed in a way, where he was thinking, all he really wanted was friends. He had a hole inside him that couldn't be filled, but he wanted to be acknowledged. He wanted to be relied on while relying on someone else. He wanted someone to be honest with him. He wanted to be honest with them. Someone to fight with, share some common ground with. He wanted all these things, Greed did. And at the end, as he vanished away, he felt satisfied that, he got what he wanted. He had friends. He had people that looked up to him, despite what he was. He lived his fulfilling life in the end of the day. Same as Dimple, Dimple wanted acknowledgement. He thought since he didn't have any stuff and he was just evil spirit, he thought this all he needed to do to get acknowledgement was take over the world. And we always jump to those biggest conclusions of what can satisfy us. We always think big, and sometimes it's the little things in life that matters. And that's what Dimple was thinking. Like, the entire thing was stupid. It was dumb. He was thinking about it was just me just being a big tantrum, having a big ego. But at the end of the day, it was just you and the people around you I wanted to be with, which was just amazing. But then the shocker came around. The true final boss, the broccoli itself, gained its own self-conscious and wanted to keep Mob for substance. At the end of the day, a tree has no thing of good or evil. It just thinks about surviving. And it needed Mob to survive for substance because of a organic non-world thing like a tree or whatever he wants to live. All it thinks about is eating and surviving. That's all it thinks about at the end of the day. It don't think about goals or ambitions like we humans do. It is pure thought. So it's not like it wants Mob to rule the world or something like that. It just wants Mob so it can live and progress as a living creature. This giant broccoli that gained its own substance, becoming Psycho Helmet. Yes, Psycho Helmet literally became its own thing. That's just crazy. When a religion becomes so bigger than the creators and founders, they can exist on throughout them. That's pretty interesting. So we had a cool, epic conclusion with Dimple and Mob. Psycho Helmets. It's not even Mob, it's not Dimple, it's really just Psycho Helmet, the freaking broccoli. And the way it went about was, I knew what was happening. How he finally was able to get Mob in order. And it was his first and last one, telling him to walk himself home and use the illusion like, hey, everything's okay, I got an errand to run, He's just waving, pretending he was the regular Dimple, but at the end of the day, he was torn, he was beat up, exhausted, but yet he used the power to lift the tree up. And, like, he was thinking tree was a broccoli, but whatever. And then just throw it out of space. It was just, dude. Bleach is overrated. I'm going to say it right now. Bleach is overrated. I know I'm ducking another anime, but I never cared for Bleach. Everyone's talking about, oh, Bleach is amazing stuff. I already read all of Bleach, so I know what's happening there. It's overrated. Good animation studio animation it has right now. Good for it. Chainsaw Man is fun to watch, but it's not all that. When it comes to story-wise, anyways. Chainsaw Man. But Mob is where it's at. Mob's always been where it's at, man. Because one does good characters. He does good plots, He always does good. Even with One Punch Man itself, they just need to give One Punch Man a good studio again, and it can be great, just like Mob Psycho. I always did prefer Mob Psycho over One Punch Man. Opinion only. Well, with that being said, it's just been amazingly emotional and stuff, just seeing Dimple gone. He took the tree out, he became a hero. People will not forget about this for ages to come. It will be marked a day in history. It's just crazy, and Mob can't remember any of it. He's like, just thank you, man. Thank you for being my friend. The Golden Girls opening, thank you for being my friend. Like, jeez, man, this is amazing. I can see why everyone was talking about this. the last 2 days. This truly was an amazing episode. Like, damn, man, I enjoyed it. Man. Like, how are you gonna top this? What's next for Mob? What's next? This feel like this could have been a final ending in a way. Like this could really where Mob Psycho could have ended, and that was it in a way. But no, we got more to come. We're only on episode 6. We got 6 more episodes, man. So how are they going to top this, man? Just I don't know. I don't know. We'll wait and see. Well, anyways, just like that short video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. Of course, hit that bell icon. This is the Madcrownxox Anime. Signing out.